So, I would actually like to read out from the essay for you to understand how highly the board of directors think of Indra Nooyi. So, we have over here in the essay, speaking on behalf of PepsiCo's board of directors, presiding director Robert Allen said, "We have seen firsthand the difference that Indra has made on the business and on the people. And we look forward to working even more closely with her to usher in the next generation of dramatic growth and cement that has been a hallmark of PepsiCo since its founding." So, here we clearly have the presiding director, Robert Allen, speaking very highly and very effusively of Indra Nooyi's achievements, the kind of heights, the incredible heights to which she has taken the company. So it is a well earned, well deserved position. Right? She has actually earned her position as CEO. And on her part, Nui describes her elevation to the level of the CEO as a humbling experience. And she says, and I quote her, "I'm humbled by the opportunity to lead PepsiCo and profoundly grateful to follow in the footsteps of," and she names the line of CEOs who have been CEOs and who have headed PepsiCo before her. And she says, she goes on to say about her immediate ex CEO, Steve Rainemund, that Steve has steered the company to a strong and enviable position. And he will be a continuing source of wisdom and perspective. So here's a woman who is looking up to her senior for continued guidance and inspiration even after he has retired. I'm equally fortunate to have amazing partners, not only on the board and the executive team, but in the 157,000 bright, talented colleagues around the world who deliver the results every day and are as committed as I am to continue capturing every growth opportunity. So, here we clearly have a woman who is not whose head is not full of pride, whose head is not full of her achievements. She takes a moment to thank her colleagues, the employees of PepsiCo spread across the globe, uh, for their continued perseverance and their dedication towards the company, right? And now let us look at how she managed to be where she is, because let's not forget that after all, Indra Nooyi is a woman, and it is not always very easy for women to be achievers at this level, because in the corporate sector it requires everything, your blood, tears, toil and sweat, right, to make it to the top. And here we have a woman who had a family, and still she could make it to the top of one of the topmost companies of the world. So how did she do it? So Indra Nooyi had a very robust family support system. So she was supported by her mother and other people in the family. She hired nannies since she was a senior executive, and she was one of the senior staffers, senior members of the staff. She obviously drew a salary, drew a package which allowed her to seek help, to seek professional paid help to take care of her family and to take care of her children. So, yes, she says that she hired nannies throughout. Her family supported her. And something interesting which Nui talks about is the role of the company in extending support to senior staffers for parenting, which is a very interesting concept. So, she actually says that when her 9-year-old daughter would return from school, often she would sit in Nui's office and she would complete her homework. Plus, if Nui was traveling, if she had back to back meetings, it was the office secretary or the receptionist's job to take care of the logistics when it came to the children, or to take care of the coordination, managing the transport for the children to be dropped and picked up or to be taken to various classes. So, this is how PepsiCo supports its senior staff. And Nui says it is not something which they did only for her. They also extended the same kind of support for other senior staffers. So it was not a very unusual scene to see children of senior staffers sitting in the office space, right, after their school or after their extracurricular activities, and studying, and in that manner, under that pretext, getting time to spend with their parents. So Nui goes on to say that what is the key to this work life balance or this family profession balance? She says it you have to co-opt the entire ecosystem around you. So make develop a kind of ecosystem, design a kind of ecosystem which will support you, which will empower you, which will enable you, and which will act as a facilitating medium to help you achieve your career goals. So that this ecosystem could comprise of support from the company, support from the family, support from professional help which you can hire. So she says that is one strategy. And the other strategy is a closed loop system. Now, what is a closed loop system? She says it is a system to keep you abreast of what's going on at home. So, to keep you updated about things that are happening at home thanks to the office. So if her daughter is going to some class, or she has some extracurricular pursuit, Indra Nui is informed by the receptionist at her office, so she knows that her child is safe. So that's something which she says, she calls it the closed loop system. And that in other words, it keeps her in the loop, it keeps her informed, it keeps her posted about the whereabouts of her child. And that is how she could work the hours she did, she could put in the hours she did, because the essay says that Nui was so prompt, she has always been so prompt, that she would answer emails even at 4 in the morning. She would never say no to a phone call, right? So this is the kind of dedication and professionalism that Nui showed. So she was available 24 by 7 for the company.